Oh man, it's been a while since we had some good old classic internet drama. Man, this is really taking me back in time, back to the days of YouTube beef and diss tracks, because we are now talking about the Moist Critical and Sneako drama. Now, I'm pretty sure this drama has reached its climax because I don't really see it continuing from here, but we are talking about Sneako, so we never know what could be the next turn. So, for you guys who don't know what's going on, for quite a while now, there have been a one-side internet argument with Sneako going against Moist Critical. Out of nowhere, Sneako ended up making fun of Moist Critical's girlfriend, and then Moist Critical ended up making a response video. Now, let me give you a little backstory about Sneako, because I know a lot of people don't know who he is. This is going to seem crazy for me to say, but there was a time where people actually used to think Sneako was a good content creator, but he completely destroyed his reputation going completely into the red pill alpha male group side of the internet, and basically that's a very one-sided kind of like cult level community where if you're not inside of it, people basically think that if you're a clown. If you want people to not like you instantly, just go outside and say you believe in a red pill or you're alpha male, and 95% of the people around your radius is instantly just gonna run away from you. Sneako ended up going to the path of going in that side of the community and basically destroyed his reputation. And it also doesn't help that he has two clips, which is basically the two things that Sneako is now known for. And these are very famous clips that a lot of people know. One, he ended up making a video on YouTube, Defended Cuties, a very terrible movie, and people basically just see that movie as sexualizing children, and it's just absolutely terrible movie. He ended up making videos a couple of while ago when his YouTube channel was still around, defending the movie and saying that the movie was good, which just completely ruined his reputation. I hope I don't need to describe why that is bad. And secondly, what he's mainly known for is being a cuck, because when he was on a podcast, he ended up openly admitted that he watched his girlfriend get screwed by other dudes while he's in the room. And it's an experience that he said that everyone should do it. That if you have a girlfriend, you should let her get screwed by other dudes, because it's like a good experience. Even though by the clip of him talking about it, he's clearly like traumatized from the situation, it's not good. And those are the two things that Sneako is known for. Ever since Moist Critical made the video talking about those two clips, he has basically been, I wouldn't really say tagging him, but he's basically been whining about Moist Critical for the past 3 months. And he even made this beautiful image right here, which we're going to talk about this image later because it's missing two very important people. Last night, Moist Critical ended up responding, making a second video on Sneako, just completely just burying Sneako under the water. This has first started with him releasing some tweets as Moist Critical finally responds to tweets about Sneako. All of these tweets got crazy likes and absolutely is just destroying Sneako. Basically, if you talk about him now on the internet, especially on Twitter, it's just people bullying him over and over and over again. He's straight up the internet toilet. People are just throwing tomatoes at him and not giving this man a time to breathe. It is not looking good for Sneako. And to make it even worse, Moist Critical made a video talking about it, which is just doubling down it even more. And Sneako has just absolutely been destroyed on the internet. But Sneako did respond, but it's not really so much to talk about because a lot of people call him an NPC, which I think is kind of disrespectful to NPCs because there are actually some well-designed NPCs, you know, some of them you can talk to and you have multiple dialogue options. Sneako does not. He doesn't have 3, he has 1. He basically has the same brain capacity as like a Destiny 2 Straw, where they only can do one thing, which is run after you and attack, because anytime when someone talks about Sneako, his only response is saying that he could beat them in a fight. That's literally it, which is just such a bad response. You go and attack someone on the internet for no reason, and they come and say something back to you, and the only response you said I could go beat them up just looks absolutely pathetic. If you say that, the other person instantly won. They clearly pissed you off and hurt your ego so much that the only reaction that you can do is completely devolve and go back to like caveman instincts and go like, I can beat you in a fight. It just looks so cowardice. And back to the message. Now, on this board of hatred that Sneako made, he made a whole list of people that he doesn't like on the internet. He's very much missing out 2 important people. One is being Turkey Tom. Turkey Tom ended up making a video on Sneako, and Sneako ended up talking about him. And then Sneako challenged him to a debate, which Turkey Tom accepted like very quickly. He was like, yes, I want to debate you, but Sneako just ended up ghosting him. But the most important one, and one that everyone is talking about, especially now, is Brandon Buckingham. Now, this is someone who Sneako had beef with. You know, they had a little bit of internet beef for a good while, and Brandon will gladly fight Sneako. He has challenged Sneako multiple times to fights, but Sneako is just ignoring him multiple times. Sneako has also made clips of saying that he doesn't want to fight them, and he'd rather just sit down and like talk on the internet, which is completely hypocritical, because anyone who slightly talks or make fun of this dude, he instantly wants to say, hey, I want to go fight you. Like he says he wants to fight Moist Critical multiple times, even though Moist Critical said so much times that he doesn't want to fight. But Brandon, someone who is down to fight him. This man could be at a wedding, and if Sneako said he's going to fight him, he will rip off the suit, throw away everything and go to fight this dude. Like, he really wants to do this. Sneako's running away. Which the answer is obvious. Now, him running away from Turkey Tom makes no sense to me because Sneako has gone on other people's podcasts or shows multiple times and made a fool of himself. So I don't know why he's scared of Turkey Tom. Brandon obviously makes sense. I'm gonna be honest. I think a lot of people know that if Brandon fights Sneako, Sneako's probably gonna lose. Imagine the timeline where Sneako loses that fight. He will literally lose everything. All of his like teenage fans who like praises him will instantly just leave and run away from him because they're just gonna see him as a loser, as a dude who accepted a fight and got beat up. There is no reality where he's gonna take the risk of him losing. He just has too much to lose from accepting a fight, which is probably why he's gonna like run away for the rest of eternity. As much as so much people want this fight to happen and I want this fight to happen, you know how entertaining it will be if Sneako actually fought this dude? Like, that would easily be one of like the most biggest YouTube boxing events of all time. It will be amazing. I don't think we're ever gonna live in a timeline where that ever is gonna happen. It's kind of just gonna stay as just like infinite forest pocket tree where Sneako is never gonna get in the ring and fight. That would be very entertaining if it does. I know that isn't gonna happen. But yeah, the Sneako drama seems to be over because I don't really think anyone is gonna talk about it anymore. I don't think Sneako is gonna stop. I still think he's gonna still talk about these other creators, but most people just ignore him most of the time when he's on this, and I think that's gonna happen. I don't think Moist Critical is gonna make another video on it. I don't really think anyone really is. So I think this whole drama situation is over, and it's just something very entertaining to see. Moist Critical said multiple times that he doesn't enjoy talking about Sneako and making fun of him. And I think a lot of other people think this is absolutely amazing. This is like the most entertaining time to be on the internet when these two are like beefing and Sneako just gets absolutely destroyed. I have one question to say before I leave and end this video, and it is, why does Sneako keep on doing this? To me, it makes absolutely no sense because he gains nothing. Every time when Sneako starts internet beef with someone, he usually never wins. The situation usually blows in his face and he rather ruins his reputation even more and sometimes even get like his alpha male fan base mad and even they make fun of him. He never wins, so I don't know why does he keep on starting these internet beef with other people, because it never goes well. Every time when he tries to talk to Moist Critical or start beef with him, it always blows up in his face. Anytime when he tries to talk about anyone on his list, it always blows up in his face. He never wins. He just ends up getting humiliated from it. So me, and I know a lot of people are wondering, what does he gain from doing this? But I think this is a question that will never be answered. Anyway, my name is Lula. Don't forget to do the YouTube things. See you later.